I did my job. I'm done. I enjoy my life now. Thank you very much.
What's up, guys? My name is Dave with Amari Productions, and today we are bringing you 3 of our funniest toasts we've ever filmed. Not including Mom there, who was letting us know how she really felt. But before we dive in, a quick introduction of who we are. We are a wedding videography and photography studio located in Southern California. We do weddings all over the world, and if you want to see a little bit more of our style, our approach, and some of the places we've been, you can check out this video. Wait, it's on my left. I always get this wrong. Very confident that this will be the right side. All right, without further ado, let's jump into our first toast.
So, as you set out on your life together, I have one request. Please stop sending me videos of you lifting weights.
All right, first up, we have a groomsman toast from Sochi and David's wedding at the Athenaeum. Sochi also goes by Sochil, and we will soon find out how well you pay attention.
To the task at hand, David. When I sat down to compose some remarks for this evening, I was struck by the difficulty of distilling any person down to a few anecdotes, let alone a particular quality. Smart? Charismatic? Swole? I couldn't find an adjective, so I figured it would be best to start from the beginning. David and I were roommates in college, and in that first year that chance threw us together, we settled into a rhythm that we have more or less maintained ever since. We're very different people. For instance, I pride myself on my keenly honed sense of aesthetics. David likes fancy things. See gaudy, horrible, et al. But one thing we did share was a love of provoking each other. To get one another's goat to crack the facade of chill was the greatest of accomplishments. Unfortunately, I think he has always been better at it than me, but he does have an unfair advantage. I would be in the middle of explaining to him why, just because he had skimmed Wikipedia, he didn't know more Shakespeare than me, an English major. And even if he did make a reference that I didn't immediately appreciate, when I would look up and see him looking at me out of the corner of his eye with that horrible smile, and seeing that I had recognized it and the fact that he was loving my righteous consternation, would burst into that shrieking hyena laugh that only grew stronger as I became, understandably, more furiously indignant because the worst had happened. It wasn't that he had been right, but that he had gotten me. You see the difficulty. As flattered as I am to have been asked to speak here tonight, this is his final coup. After almost a decade spent insisting that he is not the tightest, and no, in fact, it is not Cali Dog, here I am, standing in front of the crowd of the people that he loves most, singing his praises. Thankfully, today does have another superior subject, a rare point of agreement between myself and David, and that subject is Sochi. One morning, in the summer of the year that I moved out to LA to work with David, he pulled me aside and he said, "Hey man, went on a date with this great girl last night. I'm really looking forward to seeing her again." Thinking nothing of it, I said, "Cool, what's she like?" "She's great, really chill." The trap had been set. So what's her name?" "So chill." "Yeah. Yeah, I know. You said that." I said, "What's her name?" That smile again. Of course, not only had he gotten me again, but he was actually dating a girl whose name, mispronounced of course, was So Chill. And even worse, when I met her a few weeks later, she was in fact so chill. Smart, beautiful, talented, driven, empathetic, and so chill to hang out with. It has been one of the great honors of my life to see you grow together. I never thought I would see David eat a salad, let alone make one. and to call you both my friends. If we can all raise a glass. May those who love you, and for those who don't, may God turn their hearts. And if he doesn't turn their hearts, may he turn their ankles, so we'll know them by their limp.
There's so many things I love about this toast. The first of which, within like the first 10 words of his toast, you're like, wow, of those first 10 words, like 8 of them were very big. And then like 30 seconds later, you find out it's because he's an English major. And then second, every time we cut to David and Sochi's reaction, Sochi, you see she's just genuinely entertained. She's laughing, she's loving it. And then you see David's face, and you see that beyond the base level of joy and entertainment, there's something deeper there. He's just finding real joy in watching one of his best friends forced to stand up there and just sing his praises. Okay, before we jump into toast number 2, please, if you haven't already, hit that like button, help us out in the algorithm. If you're enjoying this film so far, consider clicking that subscribe button. All right, toast number 2.
But honestly, Morgan, before you go and have a heart attack, first impressions are not everything. Because if they were, you would have taken one look at he and I, and you would have ran a long time ago.
So I've actually posted this toast before on Instagram. And the caption, I'll put this on the screen here. The caption says, somebody get this best man an HBO stand-up special. I've never made a joke before or a reference to any of our toast givers being stand-up comedians. I don't know why. A lot of our toasts are very funny, but I don't know. And then in the comments, Morgan, the bride, tagged Kevin, the groomsman who gave this toast. And so I click on his profile. He's an amateur comedian. The man is an actual comedian. Speaking of social channels, I keep forgetting to do this on these videos. You can find us on Instagram at Amari Productions. You can also find us on TikTok, where for some reason we are continually going viral. And then if you want to enjoy some very cute toddlers and preschoolers, you can find me at Dave McQueen _. I also finally made a Twitter 10 years too late. Please do something with me on there so that I will actually use it. And that is Dave _McQueen _. I have no idea where we were right now. Oh, we were in the middle of introducing Kevin's toast. Okay, I think that was it. Let's just...
One of my favorite stories to kind of help explain the kind of person you are and how much you mean to me is kind of how I met you in kindergarten, in Mrs. Bacchia's class. I'm waiting in line and we're getting our lunch and I'm getting my milk. I picked the blue cart because my favorite color is blue, even though I don't like skim milk. But a kid up ahead of me, he grabs the chocolate milk. And I was like, wow, who's that? And so in the cafeteria, I sat next down to him and I was like, hey, your mom lets you drink chocolate milk? And his response in kindergarten was, yeah, that's all I drink. And even when I say this now at 28 years old, that is probably the coolest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. But that's probably the best way I could explain him to anybody who doesn't know him. When the rest of us are grabbing our regular milk, there's one kid in line who's just grabbing a chocolate milk, and that's this guy right here. What I'm trying to get at is that, in life, life can be as simple or as complicated as you want it to be. I didn't meet you guys over anything too big. It was just the simple things that really meant a lot to me. And it's the same thing as you guys move forward. It's about having a good time. Enjoy your guys' time together, whether you're doing laundry or going on a honeymoon without me to Japan. But enjoy your guys' time. I love you very much, and that's it. So, cheers.
So rewatching that toast, I honestly think the reason I gave it that caption is he had that presence. It felt like you were at a comedy show. Also, one of my favorite parts about this toast is Morgan's reactions. Every time we cut to her, she just has like the best the best reactions to this toast. If you didn't catch them the first time, go back and watch it again and watch Morgan, the bride, watch her reaction. Okay, now for today's sponsor. There is no sponsor, but here's how you can help us out. If you know anybody that is getting married and is looking for a videographer, a photographer, or if you're just not even sure, send them our YouTube page, our Instagram, our website. You can inquire with us on their behalf at amariproductions.com/contact. I'll put that link in the description, in the description below. Okay, I saved the best for last. A little bit of a different cold open here. We're gonna hear from not the toast giver that we're featuring, but we're gonna hear from Dad.
And then Los Gatos High School, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Okay, so a little bit of a setup here. So that is the father of the bride. The bride's name is Jackie. She's right here. Her maid of honor is also her twin sister. Her name is Jane. You're gonna hear their dad refer to her as Janie here. And all of that is important so that you understand why the person just off camera is about to grab the, you'll see.
Especially like when Janie got her license the first day and tore the door off the police car and Jackie was there for moral support. Why, I can't, it is what it is.
I know there's kids here, but you can go f yourself.
So who's ready to hear from Jane? We will definitely be uploading this entire highlight film to YouTube at some point in the near future. I love this story so much. I love every element from their vows, from their officiant to all of their toasts. This actually would be a great wedding to do an entire series of YouTube videos breaking down the story and how we constructed it, because they had an amazing ceremony that was like 30 minutes long, and then they had toasts that were all really, really good, but also all really long. Oh, and then they had personalized vows that were also amazing, also very long. And then like everything from this day was just perfect. So it took me a month, it took me literally a month to take all of these elements, break it down into its individual, like, I visualize it as like Lego pieces, individual like Lego pieces, and then build back up this story. And this would be a great case study for storytelling. Specifically for wedding films. We will definitely get to that. But anyways, let's jump into Jane's.
Hi, I'm Janie. I'm Jackie's twin, if that's not obvious enough. So I'm the rebel twin. I don't know if you know that. I got tattoos. I'm a lesbian. So, co-founders. I got to see how close you all are from starting a business together and all the late nights spent together. It's just a bit tragic that gay marriage wasn't legal until just recently. I mean, a bunch of dudes being in the fashion industry together just screams best friends. They're just upset because I get more women than them. Jackie has always been a great kid. And Preston's always been a great kid, from what Camille has told me. But that's where the similarities stop. It's a little funny that Jackie's marrying someone in the fashion industry because she has no fashion. Shade. I use fashion in the lightest sense when I say that. I mean, let's be honest. The Chubby's brand is like if Tommy Bahama got together with an underage Abercrombie model. Preston, I never thought I would be able to tell someone that they could have my genetic soulmate. But I wish you happiness, ample protein for heavy leg days, 6 children, a bulldog, and allowing as much twin time as I need.
Okay, which one was your favorite? We had the cold open from Mom, who was just ready to get the hell out of town. We had the English major who couldn't understand his roommate's girlfriend's new name. I said that right? We had the stand-up comedian who was riffing on chocolate milk. If you skipped that toast, that's gonna make no sense. And we had Jane, Jackie's twin sister, who was very comfortable roasting everybody up there, but, and this is important, ultimately made sure to land the ship. Okay, vote in the comments below. And then here is what's coming up right around the corner. on this very channel. We have a same day edit that we filmed a behind the scenes on, showing you how we move and work throughout the day, but also how we make one of these same day edits happen. We've been working on this edit for a long time because it's a very big project. It was a 12-hour wedding day, so there's a lot of footage to go through, but it is coming at some point in the near future. I'm also planning some filmmaking tutorials, some color grading tutorials. I really want to put out some tutorials not just for aspiring filmmakers or wedding filmmakers, but just for anybody with a lot of time on their hands right now. How cool would it be to learn how to make highlight films of some of your adventures, some of your travels, etc., etc. All right, my name's Dave with Amari Productions. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give us a like, join us in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.